If you are looking for a video to empower you and your manifestation, this video is not it. If you want that, go check out this video. This is what you need. There's a reason why this video came up in your algorithm. It's so that you can get to that one and then come back to this one so you can have a better understanding of who I am, why I did that video, and the whole series, the podcast that is a part of and continuing to, and what the purpose of it is. And overall, just a conversation with everyone. So I have a few things that I want to say that it doesn't fit in the lines of what people would consider a digestible video. So I'm just going to say it all here, and there's going to be many of you that enjoy this video because a lot of people enjoy conversations, and that's what this is going to be. So first I want to talk about my channel. Most of you don't know me from before this podcast I've been doing, Manifesting Your Dreams. I've been on YouTube for guess how many years making videos. Guess what year my first video was published in? Put it in the comments. Guess what year? It was over 5 years ago, I'll tell you at least. How long ago was it? What year was it in? I'll tell you at the end. And I've been on YouTube for a while, making videos. I've been on YouTube way longer, ingesting and conversing with creators. I've been a part of many what people would call conspiracy or truth communities talking about stuff a while ago. This is how I really started getting into YouTube and getting my mind out of the system's control that entertainment is enjoyable, that staring at screens is what I want to do my whole life. Because I used to play video games for 8 to 10 hours a day. I used to watch TV while I did that. I would be on the computer while I did that. I had a laptop and a desktop I would be on potentially that I could also play video games on, not to mention my game console that I was playing on a monitor that I can still watch TV on. I had screens around me. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screens around me at all times. And that was before dual screens was even popular. That was just because of the different devices I had and what I had connected to it. And I realized that none of this stuff actually gives me enjoyment. I always needed the latest device, the newest technology. What is it? I need it. I need to show it to people. I need to show it to myself. I need to figure out how to use it because I got it definitely because I wanted to show it to everyone, but I'm also very technically inclined because I've worked in technology since I can remember. I've been working with technology in some way, shape, or form because it's a part of the family that I grew up with. And because of that, I was very ingrained into it. But I realized that it's not enjoyable. This isn't for me. I don't need the latest thing all the time. It's doing nothing for me because all I'm doing is extending myself constantly. I'm paying for cable that I barely watch anything on there. I watch a couple shows. I'm paying for internet that I'm mostly ingesting things I don't need to. So I started to realize, we did, that our energy is being sucked dry basically through all these different forms of media, services, and advertisement marketing attached to all of it. And we stopped paying attention to a lot of it. And that's how my channel started, is I started making videos regarding what was going on in the current events going on in the media. This was during, I won't say what it was during, because that's gonna tip you off to the year that I started. I'll just say it was during some school shootings, but Those are happening literally right now. So who knows when that could have been, because they're still going on. That just happened. The wheel's starting to spin again, which is one of the reasons I wanted to make this video. Is there's just things that people need to know about what is occurring around them, that we need to make sure that we frame our mind correctly with what is occurring. We can't fear it. We can't see it as something evil either. It's chaotic, because chaos is simply things that are wild. Nature is chaotic. It's the nature of what it is. Look at it, it's wild. That's what wilderness is. Chaos is not intrinsically evil or live, good or bad, is neither. Chaos is just non-organization. It's the same side as it's the same coin though. Two sides of the same coin is what I'm looking to say. You have chaos and you have organization. They work together, because out of chaos, you organize it. And then out of organization, you create more chaos because you organized it. Because truly, nature is wild. And organization can only last for a disclosed amount of energy, because things keep moving. So I want to talk about some of the things that are going on and what I am going to be doing going forward as well. So the reason I chose to do this podcast is the same reason I chose to start my channel. I figure that if I can get one person to watch my video and alter their mind state based on what they are hearing from me, based on the knowledge that I have, I am enjoying myself. I've accomplished, that's all I want. Because that one person, in my mind, could be the one that gives that information to everyone. Because from my point of view, which people would say this is not being selfish, I'm going to say it's being selfish. From my perspective, from where I stand, if one person can bring that knowledge to everyone and we can flip this wheel over to being in a balanced state instead of what is going on right now, then that's all I'm looking to do. And it's going to assist me. That's why I'm saying I see it as being selfish, because truly it's going to come back to me as well, because we're all one consciousness though, because that's how I see everything. I truly see everything as we are all one conscious being. Everything that is occurring, how I talk, how I explain things, my observation of things, it is all from the viewpoint of us being one being, because we are. There's no other explanation. And I've explained in this podcast even how we came to be and why we are all these different hairs on the earth at this point. Fractals of light shining and dancing off a mirror. So the podcast was to assist people that are looking to manifest and create the life they want to enjoy. And I did this with the same idea as when I made my channel, which then it was with the idea that if one person can watch this and realize the insanity going on around them in the system and the evil that was being pushed, the debauchery and demonic nature of it, then I was satisfied. That was then though. My mind has completely opened up since then with what is going on, because the first video I made was actually my perception of what it is. That was my first video. It was about an hour and a half long. Maybe I'll re-release it. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I can make it public. I could edit it. I can edit it down, chop out the dead air, and probably enhance the audio. Let me know. Or I can just make it public, and you guys can watch it in its raw, original form. Me with my short dreads before I cut them. with my MacBook Pro and webcam that is 720p and terrible lighting. It's not good quality production. The information is there though. So let me know if you would want to see that and how you would. Leave it in the comments. So it's the same ideology, except this now I'm looking to bring the idea of you create your own life, because you do. And I've known this, and this is it's not hard, it's a convoluting subject to many to speak about, because their mind is so programmed and in tune to a whole nother philosophy of life. Instead of just how nature operates, they're more aligned and in tune with this inorganic system, which perpetuates the idea of being an individual and you being separated and you being some physical being in a space that never ends. So you're very tiny in that idea, and I want to change that for anyone that wants to listen, because I know that that's not how it happens. That's not how we are here. That's not what is occurring. We create our existence. We manifest it, as the key word is nowadays, which simply means to bring something out of the air, bring it in front of you. That's what it means, to manifest. And this is how we live. Our whole entire life is based on us programming our mind with what we want to experience. That's how it all started even. That's how we got to the point that we're in. And we, in watching this video, we realize that what is occurring at a much more, at a level that we can feel deeper inside of us. We can actually feel what is occurring, and that these things aren't coincidences. These are not synchronicities. This is because we are one being. And these are just crosses of energy taking form at the same time. I could not tell you how often me and Nikki and even Ava say the same exact thing, the same moment after we paused. We will all say it together. Not because we're trying to, just because we come up with it at that moment and we all say it. That shows how you are connected. You will do this with people you don't even know if you are paying that much attention, if you have that much, if you are in tune with yourself to that degree, that you see everything occurring as something that is coming at you and information for you to utilize in some way. That will happen to you when you're just out and about. You'll say something and someone else will say that same word, having nothing to do with what you're talking about, but it will coincide. And those little things are what people are being blinded to. They're being disillusioned to that connection, because all we need to do is go into nature and we'll see all of that. It's all over. That is all nature is those connections. But nature exists everywhere, so we can also see this as we go through our day. We just have to be aware of ourselves and that everything occurring is from ourselves, because our environment is our mind. Our environment means the mind around you. It's enveloping you. Your environment is created by your subconscious. I'm going to give everyone a bonus at the end of this video. Affirmation that you can use, that I utilize. Your environment is your subconscious. It is created by that. And because of this, all you need to do is focus on what you program into your subconscious, which actually is what most of my early YouTube videos were all about. Because I started to realize that we are where we are in our life simply because our subconscious has been filled with absolute garbage, and we've allowed it. Because every sign we go by, our subconscious is taking it in. So our conscious Even though we have a focus, our mind engulfs everything, because your mind is your environment. You have to realize this. So everything that is around you is actually your mind coming at you. And as you are going through it, say you're traveling down the road and there's billboards and signs, even though you're not looking at it, it's getting into your mind and programming you. There's a reason why at 3 a.m. you have an idea about a law firm and the number that was on that billboard and the person's face. You might not have looked at it that day, you might have another day, but your mind sees it regardless. This is the distraction. These type of signs being put around cause distraction. And that's not even getting into the symbolism that is being withheld in everything, the colors, the literal symbols, the number formations. We can get into numerology and gematria and coding, the codex of everything. I have an extensive amount of knowledge in many different coding forms of coding, codexes, because that is how, it's how nature seemingly operates, but that is how this system, these entities that are operating the system currently, that's how they're able to orchestrate it to align with nature, is using these subliminal messages. And it's just going straight to your subconscious, programming you to do what they want you to do. This reminds me of a quote that Steve Jobs had a while ago, when after they released the iPad, or the iPod, he had said that people don't choose what they want, we tell them what they want. And he's 100% correct. He's blatantly telling you that these corporations, they don't wait for you to tell them what you want. They're going to tell you that so that you feel as if you're getting what you want, even though they're actually manipulating you to do what they want, so their profit is as high as possible. That's really what it all comes down to. And any good salesperson is going to make you think that it's what you want, even though it's really what they want. So once you realize this, everything becomes suspect that is a part of that system. Literally everything. You can't trust any of it because you don't know how small it gets, how controlled it actually is. We can assume that it's not that controlled, but how do we know? Being on the outside, we don't. So you just get rid of it. You just stop paying attention to it. And that is what I did. That's what we did. And we started focusing on health and many other things. And I have videos throughout all of this, between my live streams, my videos, some of them that they cut down into shorts because of the time frame of them. I have over 600 videos, recordings. Some of them are 8 to 10 plus hours long, actually, of live stream of me actually talking about information that people are asking me, not just me sitting there bullshitting, me actually speaking about things. Because I can, this video, I can keep talking. I can keep talking, I can keep talking, I can keep talking. I'm not going to. I will get to a point to where I wrap it up. I don't know when it's going to be, though, because I told you this is just going to be a conversation. I'm just talking right now. So I have some things I want to say. So, in regards back to the podcasts, I already know that I've assisted people out there. They've told me. And I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone that's watching anything that I create. It means, what does it mean to me? It means that what I enjoy doing, people enjoy seeing. That means something. I don't know what it means, but it means something. I'm not going to say some obscure, encapsulated jargon that people just regurgitate as, it means the world to me. I don't say that shit. You will never hear me regurgitating bullshit of that nature, because people who say that don't know what the hell they're saying. That's why I don't say it. I'll tell you what that means. I ain't gonna repeat it most of the time, because usually it doesn't mean what the hell people are even saying it for. What the hell does it mean? It means the world to me. World is to be spun. It means a twister to you? Blender? Tornado? So again, back to the podcast. To wrap that up, I probably have another moon, maybe a bit less to go with content. Maybe we'll be going till 3/4 of the way through September or so. And I'll be doing videos specifically talking about how manifestation actually works and why it does, the creation of it actually. How are things actually created? Which I might need to illustrate that, because it's all imaginary. So I might need to actually illustrate it on a board or something for you, but I'm definitely going to cover that coming at the end of the series, because I want everyone to have that information. And if there's anything that you want me to touch on specifically, let me know. I'll work it in. I've already covered many different techniques and different abilities that you could use, that you have, to reprogram your mind state. Because that's ultimately what we are looking to do, is reprogram our subconscious. And we are all at different stages of this development. Because truly, all that we need to do is imagine doing what we are choosing to do and know that that has occurred. You have to, though, to be able to do that, you have to have the overstanding and omnistanding that everything is you. And everything is you pushed out, and it's coming back at you. So you pushing out something for your imagination, that experience is going to come back at you. It's very simple, and you don't need to know how any of it is getting to you. I'm going to tell you in another video, but you don't need to know. You just need to not have the program that you are a physical being walking in a physical world wearing rubber shoes, disconnected from your nature, staring at the ground, going into a brick building, surrounded by electricity and wireless interference, staring at screens all day, wearing polyester plastic clothing, and products all over your body that are full of byproducts of chemicals. I don't know why I went off on that tangent even at this point. I'm not sure, but let's keep going. I am going to, I know what I was saying. So I was getting at, we're all at different stages of our growth with realizing the power that we actually have, realizing what we are. Omni-standing, we are God, or the one, or Neo, or everything, or nothing. It's however you want to see it. We are the O. You're the primordial cell. You're the sun. There's so many different ways you can see it. You're the source. You're the core. You're the ground. You are the balance. You're the flow. And we need to get back to that idea. And that's why you all are here, is to get back to that idea. And I've laid out plenty of ways that we can step towards that idea. I've also given a few ways that you can instantly get to that idea if you are able to instantly change how your mind works. So that's really what it all comes down to, is what is your mind state, how is your mental working, and what is going through it. That's all you need to focus on. If you focus on that and change what is going through your mind, you're going to be in a place that you never thought you would be in, because you were too focused on something else until you started changing your mind state. It's because that's how it works. You just have to do it and then it's done. The same way that you choose to put on your pants before you go outside, one leg at a time. You put your shirt on, there's a button up as this one. You unbutton it, put one sleeve in at a time, and you button it up. It's the same way. That's the same way you change your mind state. And once you do it, you've done it, it's done, you're wearing it, and you continue on with your day as you are wearing it, as you have it, because you do. You have everything because you are everything. So there's nothing that can ever actually stop you when you realize that. You're only stopping yourself based on your own mental paradigms and programs, and there's probably a reason for that. There's probably a real good reason why you have not taken control of your own environment yet. Because a lot of people are in a state where there's a few things that they need to reorchestrate before they really are going to get the power to change their whole entire environment. And these things would usually come down to something that has to do with trauma or insecurities. And when we are holding on to those types of things, we are holding on to something that is locking us into a memory in physicality. And we are not going to be able to substantially create the life we want out of nothing, no matter what it is, if we are holding on to our past. It's not going to happen. You have to live in the now, and nothing else exists. Because nothing else does exist. You can't prove it. Prove me wrong. You won't. I'll still be here. And I'll still be here. Why? Because I'm you, I am you, I am you, and I'm this tree, I'm this ground, I am the cicadas and crickets, I'm everything. That's why I walk around in bare feet. I wear shoes probably 5% of my walking life, my waking life. Just in general, actually. Probably even less if I'm counting when I'm resting. I don't wear shoes really. Why? Because I'd rather just walk on the ground. No matter what it is, I'd rather walk on the ground. Because that's connecting me to where I am, even if it's something that would be considered harsh. I'm still feeling it. I'm not ignoring it, at least. I'm being a part of it. I'm not saying I'm going to go walk on glass. I'm going to put shoes on at that point. If I'm going on a hike and I know that there might be some broken glass or something, I'm probably going to wear shoes until I get to a point where it ain't going to be there. I ain't telling you to put yourself in harm's way. I'm just making the point that right now I'm standing on rocks. I've been standing on rocks this entire time since I got up. These are sharp, pointy, hard rocks. I'm pretty sure this is marble. It's hard. It's hard on my feet. This is acupoint on my feet every time I'm doing these recordings. When I'm done, I have to shake my feet off because the rocks are so dug into my feet from me standing there for so long. After this video, they're really going to be in my feet. But that's what I would rather do that than wear shoes, because I want to feel what I'm doing. I want to feel where I am, and they're rocks. It's not glass. I know it's not going to cut my feet open. It's not going to cause me immense damage by cutting holes. It's just going to put pressure. And pressure is something that we must feel. Pressure is a part of life. It's actually how nature comes into effect. It's all through pressure. What do you think is going on with that seed underground? It is heating up to a really high pressure. That's how the plant comes out. It's getting hot. It starts vibrating, because vibrating and frequency, it creates heat. And when it gets to that certain vibration, a certain type of heat, it grows a plant. So, to continue on, let me know if there's anything specific you would like me to cover in the in the remainder of these videos. If not, I got things that I can talk about. I have plenty of things. I can go on literally forever making these videos. I have scratched probably 0.3% of the type of information that I could weave into creating your life. I was being very specific with these videos to, one, meet a broad audience, and then also give very specific direction on what you need to do. And going forward, I'm probably going to start doing live streams at some point here. I was thinking Sundays. What does everyone think? I'll ask this again at some point, but what does everyone think? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? What day would work best for everyone? I was thinking Sunday, early Sunday. I doubt most of my viewers are going to church, so I don't think that would be a problem. Rising Sunday live stream. Maybe do a podcast every Sunday for that. Sunday live stream podcast. What does everyone think? Make it a Q&A and maybe have some few talking points in there. I was thinking of doing that in the meantime while I prepare what I'm going to be releasing next, which I am not going to talk about. But let me know about the live stream. What do you think? What day? How long would you watch me talk live? So that I plan on doing after I'm done with this podcast series. And I have some other things planned that I'm not going to get into, but there will be more coming besides that as well. And I'm always available. If anyone wants to reach out to me, my email is down in the description. Send me an email. I might not reply to everyone depending on what you send to me, but I'm pretty responsive. If you really want to get a hold of me, you can definitely join my Patreon, and I'll talk to you about whatever you choose, and make content, create some videos, or answer some things for you directly. Absolutely. So that will be coming within the next moon. We'll be doing that. I don't know when I'll be starting the live streams. It's going to depend on some other things that are going on in my life. We'll see. Things are shifting here. So the other thing I wanted to touch on is what is going on right now in the world, in reality, around the world, in the economy, in the governments, politics. There's a lot going on. I'm not going to get into everything that's going on by any means, but to say it bluntly, everything is a distraction that's going on right now. Don't pay any attention to most of it. If we want to look at any of it, look at the finances and the commercial system. It is currently the entire commercial system is currently being moved over to digital currency, which is going to be the digital yuan, which is going to take over for the US dollar, and it's already in effect. It's already happening. BRICS Nation is starting to roll out all of their trade routes. The Belt and Road is up and functioning. Venezuela is actually, they just went to China. They're to seek assistance because Trump's going wild. He's blowing the trumpet. This is the end. So if you want to pay attention to any of it, just pay attention to the financial portion of it. Anything else is a distraction. Trump, all of this AI crap, this technology, all of these corporations, it's all a distraction. It's It's all disiluding you from what you're able to do right now, which is create anything, because things are so freaking chaotic. And when things are the most chaotic in your environment, you have the most opportunity to reorganize it for yourself. That is why they are causing so many distractions in your mind right now. Not to mention what is going on in the sky and what has been for the past, I don't know, decade. The sun is changing. It's getting brighter. It's getting hotter. There's a reason why all these clouds are constantly appearing out of these magical lines coming out of planes in the sky. And then it gets cool. The sun's on another level. I don't know what is going on besides we're heating up and we're cleaning out this realm of death, of entities that operate on death and decay. We're getting rid of the fungi. It's going. We don't need it. It go back underground. We never seen it. The moon can go back into darkness. It's cheese, right? That's why it can go back into darkness. Cheese is all created by mold. The cow did jump over it too. That probably has something to do with it, huh? So now we're getting into my moon theories. So I got at least 3 to 5 videos on the moon specifically. So it's all a distraction. Unless you are paying attention to your finances and what is affecting that, you're wasting your energy towards something that is meant to draw you in and suck out your energy. This is the time for you to take control of yourself and realize what is going on. That's what all this chaos does. It makes people start questioning things. There are more people questioning what is going on right now than I've ever seen. I can't say that there's ever been, because who knows? I don't know. I only exist now. I can see right now that there's a lot of people questioning what the hell is going on. People that I would never even look at and think to have the type of conversations that I'm having with them. I am. Because the insanity that is going on right now is completely chaotic. It is a circus. Literally, it is a circus. And what they are doing is putting on a circus act so that they can transfer all of the wealth from the United States to China. Because truly, the whole entire system is ran by the World Bank and the IMF and the BIS, Bank of International Settlement. If we ain't talking about these 3 entities when it comes to policing and creating money, what are we talking about? Because these are the 3 that control the entire system top down. Anything else is a distraction. We were talking about the Federal Reserve. They answer to them. So the Federal Reserve is not independent. They answer to the World Bank. They get loans from the World Bank because the Federal Reserve is just a bank. They didn't hide that with the World Bank. They literally call it the World Bank. Yeah, I thought we were going to the New World Order. It seems as if it already exists. You got the World Bank and you have the United Nations. You have the International Monetary Fund. You have the Bank of, or what did I just say the BIS is? I don't remember. Something settlement. These entities control it all. And unless we are talking about them, we're wasting our time talking about what is going on in your local government, because they have actual no control over this entire system, because it's all controlled top down. It's a pyramid scheme by money, which we empower. So all we need to do is choose that the system doesn't work for us anymore and begin to work out of it, which many of us are doing. That is the life we are creating. That is the life we are moving towards, or that we are already in for many of us. We are becoming self-sufficient because God is self-sufficient. That is why. That's truly why. Because God created everything. And if you want to be that, you need to be self-sufficient, and you have that ability. You absolutely do. Everyone does. This land was not made to live off of. We don't need the land to live off of it. We exist with it. We are part of this nature system. We are completely aligned with it because we are it. And that's not to say that this inorganic commercial system isn't a part of it. It still is. It's still a part of us. It's still us. And we can utilize it. And that is why I have the idea that anything that is happening is for your benefit. Anything you have experienced, anything you have gone through, it is so that you can be at this point where you are right now and make a decision where you want, what you want to do going forward. If you see it as anything else, you are doing yourself a disservice by seeing what you have went through as something that is holding you back. That is, again, you doing that because you made the choice that your experiences are causing hardships in you instead of being what created what you are, so that you can see what is going on and move to a mindset that is the creator of your life. And that doesn't mean that you all of a sudden take ownership and I'm in control of everything. That's not how it works, because we're all connected. Why would we do that? That doesn't make sense. Anyone that does that is not in a grounded sense of what we are and where we come from, because you're only harming all of us at that point, because this entire system works together. That's why I don't see anything as being evil or bad or demented necessarily. It's just coming from the opposite direction, and from where we are standing, it's not something that we want anymore because we've had this for too long. It's not enjoyable anymore. This system is no different than getting a new phone every year, except this system needs to recreate itself every 100 years. So if it doesn't do that, you lose interest in it. And if you lose interest in it, it's just going to dissipate back to where it came from, which is nowhere. So it's not evil in any way. It just is looking for your attention, because that's how it exists. And it's up to you to decide to give it that attention or to put that attention or energy towards something else. It's your decision. What do you put your energy towards? Put your money where your mouth is. It's a saying. Cicadas and crickets are beautiful. So to wrap this all up is, one, anyone that's still watching, I made my first YouTube video on May 8th, 2016. May 8th, 2016. Yeah, 9 suns ago, almost a decade ago, I've been making videos, which I've been on YouTube even longer than that. For some reason, YouTube Studio, I recently got a channel update, and it told me that my channel has only been around for 6 years. I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. I can literally go and see I have videos before that. I don't know why I said that. Yes, 2016. And I will tell you, my first video is based on how I see the world, what is going on at that current moment, and what I see going forward, which I infuse it with the movie The Fifth Wheel, which is a very interesting movie. I would not explain it the same way anymore, because I don't see, as I just explained, I don't see things as I did back then. I'm much more grounded in everything I see. I don't see anything as bad or evil. It is what it is. It is what's occurring, and we need to do certain things with it so that we can balance it all out. So there's definitely things occurring out here that need to be put back in their place. It needs to be pointed at and called out so that it stops. Absolutely, because we are being taken advantage of. Because we are all one. We are being taken advantage of by ourselves. Because we chose to become ignorant. We did it to ourselves. That's the humorous point of all of this. And you can make any change you want at any moment. I also said I was going to include some bonus content at the end of this. So anyone that has made it this far, congratulations. You are going to get a very powerful affirmation from me. This affirmation has to do with your environment being a simulation and you creating the simulation from your subconscious. That is the affirmation, just said in a very specific way. And it also has to do with commanding it to manifest things for you. So the affirmation is, my environment is, let me start over. I create my environment by my subconscious. I create my environment by my subconscious. I create my environment by my subconscious. That is the affirmation. It's a very powerful affirmation. So it is telling you, I create, I, light, God, create, God, the world, everything around you, environment, your mind around you, by, that's who is creating something, my, again, everything around you, you're taking ownership of the illusion, and then then subconscious. Your subconscious is what is putting all this into effect. Because it truly is, and what you program into your subconscious is what you get around you. And this affirmation is going to supplant that into your mind. Say this 100 times every day for the next 7 suns, and your mind will rewire itself so that you actually realize that you are in a simulation that is created by your subconscious, and it's just your environment. I create my environment by my subconscious. Then I also add to it, after that, you can just say that. After that, I will add this command. I require it to manifest all my desires. I require it to manifest all my desires. I require it to manifest all my desires. I'll say that right afterwards as well. Sometimes I'll just say it every few times after I say the first part of it. It just depends. They're doing two different things. The first one is putting your mind into effect that this is a simulation around you, which is what you want to focus on first until you have that supplanted. When you rise, say this. When you are resting, say this. When you are sitting down, say this. Don't stare at your phone, say this. Once that gets supplanted and you actually feel and know that, then say the command, which that is going to tell your subconscious, I need you to manifest me everything that I desire. I require you to do that. Which once you know it's a simulation, these commands, they just work. Because it's no different than commanding AI. This is truly how your subconscious works, because this is the idea of AI and what it even is. It's even the large language model. It's just a culmination of as much data they could possibly put together. That's all your subconscious is that endless bag of information that you've consciously allowed into it. Whether on purpose or not on purpose. With purpose, or maybe it was with someone else's purpose. Someone had purpose to why it got there. Was it for you or for another entity? I don't know. Say the affirmation though. There's a reason that you're watching this point, that the 3 of you that are, congratulations. You just got a high-level key to unlock your new Ferrari or Lamborghini. What do you want? Rolls Royce? A Bentley? I don't know. You tell me. What do you want? Leave it in the comments. Let me know when you get it. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Let me know if there's any videos you want me to create specifically. And just listen to the cicada. It's beautiful.